So, Jon, what do you think about the process of institutionalization of PR and corporate communication?
Well, I was thinking that we could see institutionalization of public relations in two ways. I mean, public relations has a contribution to make to synchronizing the values of the organization with the wider society of which it's part. And so the public relations practitioner has to stay in touch with values outside the organization and ensure that decision makers within the organization are informed as to how values might be changing. And the second contribution is in terms of contribution to decision making itself, to the functioning of the organization as an organization, and also to its success. So public relations lays the foundations for the success of an organization by building the relationships that it will need in order to be successful.
And in your experience, you think that right now, large corporation, PR and communication manager are really participating to the decision making, to the strategic decision making?
I think we can find examples of where that's the case. We can find organizations where public relations practitioners have that sort of role. I mean, an example would be the mobile telephone company Vodafone in the United Kingdom, where the senior practitioner is very definitely part of senior decision making. But you can also find examples of organizations where they have got into quite severe difficulties because they haven't been taking advice from their public relations advisors.
Yeah, but you think that is a process that has to do with the single persons, or is it more?
It's part of the way in which the whole organization is being managed and the way it is gathering information about the environment in which it operates. But public relations is one of those functions of management which has a central role in the collection of information about the environment and the interpretation of that information.
And also the communicational part of decision making. Any decision as a
that's
communication.
That's a perspective, yes, that's a perspective that's brought to decision making. So when a decision is being made, it's important to think about the relationships that will be involved and the groups which will need to be communicated with in order to follow through on the decision.
Okay, and you have seen other examples, interesting examples, where public relation has a very strong and growing role?
I think we can find it all the time. I mean, one of the things about this practice is you can just simply open the daily newspaper and you find examples of organizations that are either following the best practices of public relations and organizations which are quite clearly not.
Okay. Okay, so thank you very much.
No, you're welcome.
We'll go on in our discussion in Milano. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.